and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursdays, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to bring this brother to you. He is one of those people that you meet in one context, and then you learn all these other things about him. So I met him years ago playing. I was singing, and he was in the band playing drums. I was like, whoa, who's that guy playing the drums? He can really play. And then I find out that he's a science teacher. And then I found out that he actually started a plant-based food company called the Tatted Food Therapist, where he's a vegan chef. And I can tell you, the food is delicious. And I may or may not have licked the plate after one of his things. So without further ado, please welcome Mr. Clayton Carothers IV. Hey, Clayton, how are you doing?
Hey, Val, I'm doing very well. Thank you for a heck of an intro.
It's all the truth, right? Did I say it? Did I speak any lies, Clayton?
No lies. It's just, you go about life.
There you go.
Getting it done.
There you go. It was awesome. So I'm really grateful that you're a part of this. And, and I think your community, everyone needs to see you and see people like you. We are shifting the narrative here. And that in this series where we're creating a repository of 6 questions on our way to 100 answers by 100 different positive and successful Black men, with the goal of having one day a young person who may or may not have positive Black male role models in their life, that they can go and see this repository, see these same questions and all these different answers. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, that we can take a little peek into this group that often goes undervalued, I think, misunderstood, only myopically shown just a slither of our community. And so I'm so glad that you are here to be a part of this narrative. And I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Manhood has a multitude of meanings to me, but the ones that stick out the most are balance for me, a surety of like oneself, and the last would be stability, to be honest, like more stability. And I do take that from, being able to provide, not just for yourself, but, if you are caring for others, it doesn't typically have to be, your family per se, but there could possibly be some friends of yours that are super important to you that you support, or, you try to take care of as best as you can. The balance piece has actually been a heck of a lesson as of late, because I've been figuring out for myself, what it means to be probably a little softer or sensitive than what I usually would be. But it's opened up a lot more doors to be more, sympathetic, understanding, very patient, definitely have understood what time is, what it does, what it feels like to have access to it as well. So finding the balance within a lot of areas of my life, and the assurity of like who I am as a person, the things that I like, don't like, where I'm weak, where I'm strong, understanding how that actually builds up, the person I am and the things that are attached to me, or the things that I make extensions of myself. So yeah, that's actually been what I've been figuring out as of late, what manhood is to me. So
that's awesome. That's excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Clayton, who and or what is important to you?
Family. My family is definitely very important to me. We all grew up real close, real tight. My parents kept us, with each other a lot. And as I've gotten older, I've just come to really appreciate being able to, call up my brothers and sisters, or see my nieces and nephews, and being able to speak to my mom, my dad in my adult years about a lot of things that I have questions about when it comes to living life, especially as a human being. They have experience. And other people have other experiences in life where I probably have not even, stepped into the arena. So being able to bounce things off of them in a confident manner, I don't feel weird asking them some of the questions I do, or, there's not this level of trust that has to be tested first. So I really, really appreciate my family. They're very important to me. I have a very close knit group of friends too, that actually support all my little wild antics and ideas, and they pop up and show up at my things. And I don't take those things for granted. I know sometimes I seem like I can kind of get caught up in the hustle and bustle of trying to make things happen. But those, like, seeing them support, or even them acknowledging or talking about, yo, I know you had something going on last week, you know how to go. Like, it's cool to see people kind of take notice of the things that you take serious too. So my relationships with those people are becoming more and more important. And I'm actually trying to figure out how to, still maintain productivity, but still reaching out, making time for people, spending time with people, and not rushing, having to be like, oh, I got to go here, got to go there, That's actually been like real, real important to me as of late too. So figuring it out. So family, those close-knit group of friends, man, I've definitely been heavily influenced by a lot of creatives too. And importance to me most times too is, if I could be around, when I've been around you, I've felt very good. The energy around you leads to open conversation. My open conversation usually leads to the curiosity being fed, or being able to ask something about whatever you have going on in life that I may have not even noticed until I met you. So those things are like very important to me as well. And as you can see, I can talk. So I like trying to get information from people and from experience, because I feel like that matters a little bit more than, somebody just putting together a plan. So yeah, those people and those things, the relationships are very important to me for sure.
That's awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. So Clayton, how do you want us to see you?
All right. So there's a reason why I really enjoy playing drums. Like, seriously, I know this probably gonna sound like, I don't know what it'll sound like, but I like kind of being behind the kid, and even with Tatted Food Therapist, I enjoy being behind, the brand or the company. I do enjoy being seen as a creative, or a person who just enjoys creating from the things that I have. I know I'm seen as a very happy person. I don't know, smiles just kind of stay painted on my face, so life's pretty good. So the other thing, those are, as far as how other people would view me, those would probably be the most things that I would give, thought to. To be very honest, like, not that I don't care, but like, I'm very into like, okay, if I like it, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. If I want to create it, I'm going to create it. If it takes a little time, it takes a little time, Sometimes to me, that could be too many thoughts, wondering how people view me. And not to say like, I ponder it, but I move, as long as I'm not hurting anyone. That's my thing. Okay. If someone had to view me, they could probably view me as a person who will get things done, who likes to go on endeavors, adventures, but doesn't want to impede upon anyone else's progress or be a dampening on anyone's feelings. Like, I don't feel like that is a positive look. People don't want to be around someone who's constantly negative, or someone who just can't see like the brighter side of things, or brings like, a stoic energy all the time. So yes, I would like to be seen as that. A creative person gets things done, but doesn't, I guess, hurt or impede anyone else.
I get that. That's awesome. Cool. That's good. That's good. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. So Clayton, what is your epic dream?
Woo. Now, this is why I do all the things I do. Since I was younger, I've always wanted to play drums. I was tapping on everything that I could touch. I would literally get the tension. It's my mom has she had old report cards. And in the comment section, it was written, Clayton's like good, but he's always in trouble, always humming, always tapping, always, and into the music thing. So that's always been a dream of mine. I would love to, and I know I'm on the path to, because I got some things lined up, but I would love to be able to travel the world just freely playing drums, not really worrying about finances, not worrying about, if things are taken care of. I want to be able to travel the world, spread some music, play, put some good energy into some vibrations, and enjoy seeing how people would enjoy that. Another one, cooking. I really, really enjoy cooking. And especially since, I've been able to transition to be plant-based, be vegan, the world of cooking is just like kind of blown up for me in the most positive, gracious ways ever. Very liberating, very liberating. And I would love to, again, find some way to either spread that to people in a bigger manner than I do now, or be able to travel and, expose people to various different types of ways to take care of themselves. So hopefully they can understand themselves a little bit more, a little better, make some decisions they want to make in life, and know that like that feels good to them. That's what they should be doing, because they understand that they have room and space to figure that out. And I think I enjoy teaching. I think I really do enjoy teaching. I don't know if I have any epic dreams. No, epic dreams, but a few have come true. The whole goal of teaching is to see a successful student. And I don't mean a student as in like the definition. That person should be able to go into the world, be themselves, handle themselves, understand themselves, because of the village that helped raise or teach them. Teachers are a big part of that, because, kids spend a whole bunch of time at school. But that's the most epic thing I feel like one can ask for when it comes to teaching. But yeah, those are a few of my epic dreams. A few. My head is full. That's why it's so big.
That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
For question number 5 is Clayton Carothers IV. Who are you?
Who am I? I am. I've come to start understanding and being okay with like adapting to a lot of different things that are required to, I guess, make up Clayton. When I'm on stage, it's a different smile that comes over my face. And in those moments, I'm listening a lot more, figuring out, feeling what the band is doing, and accompanying, pushing, pulling where necessary, and filling the right places. Yeah, being a help. I feel like I am a help. I definitely feel like I am a help. That makes the village go around. It keeps stability. It allows people to understand too, and know that, they got somebody that they can kind of call. Not to say I solve everybody's problems, or I do it all, but if I have the ability, if I have the means, then okay, I do it. Who am I? That's a heck of a question. That's always a heck of a question. Like, you know what, too, because part of it is, and I actually would love to hear your take on this too. Part of it is just like a part of your being. Some things are inexplicable to a degree. Like, because who am I? My parents raised me to be a certain way, but then I also go out into the world and I'm a sponge. So, we soak things up and we learn a lot through visuals. So we watch people do things, we emulate them if we like it, or we don't know it's harming. We don't know. So we're figuring that out. So who I am, if you want to get all deep, is a cosmic. It's a mixture of a lot. But I guess what keeps us going on the day to day, or what makes us go and continue to be, is that foundation. You know, with my parents, I've seen my parents give and do, yes, unconditionally. And at times I was like, man, why are we doing for all these? Or why are we exerting ourselves, you know, as a family, you know, to this degree? I didn't always understand what it meant to give and, you know, receive on the back end. I just saw, you know, at the current moment, we have our own struggles. Why can't we help ourselves first? That is one thing when it comes to who I am. I am very much so one of those people. I believe one has to be able to fill their vessel before they can pour into others. I understand that about myself a lot too, because when my energy is very low, or if I'm, if I'm not feeling it that day, I have to like take some time to recharge, reset. I'm a person who does many things, perseveres, sticks with it, loves. Hey, there's a lot of answers we could. I'll fill this whole hour. Why? What do you think makes up who we are? If you could name 3 things, if I'm allowed to ask you questions.
Sure. This is all about you, but I think what makes up who we are, what we believe is then what we do. So what we think, what we believe, and what we do, I think makes up who we are. That's just off the top of my head, but I think that I can go deeper in that. But I think at the foundational level, it's like what we think, what we believe, and then what we do, what we act on, what we think and believe is the summation of who we are, I think. Maybe. This is not about me, Clayton. This is all about you. What do you think? Who are you, Clayton?
Hey, I'm pulling from you though. I feel like I also am like faith in a sense, especially based off of what you said, but I'm also thinking about, so there are a few things that I could be very procrastinator-ish about, as much as I do like to get things done. And sometimes it is because of like, you know, if I take that next step, I know the success is going to be, am I ready for that? But then it's like, well, you have these epic dreams. Why would you not be? And like, sometimes I do understand I have to have those conversations with myself and be like, hey, man, you know, if you want this, then sometimes it does come down to you leveling up on responsibility, accountability, consistency. And to be very honest, I know that takes some things. It takes a little bit more energy than the level I'm at now. I'm very aware of that. So I do, from that perspective, I know that I am faith, because when I decide to move and when I decide to activate it, when I decide to not procrastinate or decide to be like, to heck with the conversation with myself, just do it, Clayton. Whatever comes of it is going to work for your betterment or for the good of you and the people around you anyway. So whatever you think is going to be too big, too much, it's not. But those conversations are very necessary. So I feel like that's enough for it. I feel like that's all I can explain as far as the I am or who I am.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you for that. So here we are already at question 6, which is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
Nothing comes to mind right now. I don't think there's been very few times I've been asked these questions like this. So, you know, it makes one thing, like I ask myself this, but it's different having someone else ask and then be attentive too. Yeah. So making me think a little deeper and just wonder about what I'm doing right now. Yeah, that definitely makes me wonder about what I'm doing right now. But I do like that.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. Mhm.
Thank you for this.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. This is really awesome. I knew you had a lot to say. I've enjoyed our conversations in between sets. Yeah. I'm just really grateful. I think music has opened me up to such an amazing world of people that I wouldn't have ordinarily gotten a chance to be in community with. And you're certainly one of those people. And, just watching you and tasting, like I said, eating your food, which is so. I remember one time I was in a meeting and I didn't realize that the person was videotaping me. I stood up, and as I walked away from the Zoom, I licked my plate. I'm so happy I thought to do that after I stood up, because otherwise you'd have seen me on the camera that she was recording. But and it was genuine. I just happened to be eating when we had the meeting. And it's like all those things, all the manifestations that you're proof that we don't have to do just one thing, but whatever it is that we do it excellently, right? And learn how each thing can connect to the other.
Yeah.
So I just honor you, my king, and I just pray that you will spread wider in every way, and that you will become more and more of who you are, and that all your epic dreams will indeed come true. So I thank you so much, Clayton, for being here today, and just for this conversation.
Thank you. Just me and you it was an instant. So no, thank you. Just thank you. You got me over here thinking too.
Awesome. That's excellent. And that's the way it should be. Yes, we all need to think more. And I think this is part of this, that if we can start to more critically think about not only our own lives, but around the situations around us, that perhaps we are not necessarily easily swayed by the media that we see, but can we critically think about what is being fed to us? And can we look behind the curtain and see the little person in the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz as the reference, right?
Yeah.
That's really important. And, so I'm glad that you keep thinking, my brother, keep thinking.
Surely will.
And I hope other people are thinking too. And I just really want to thank you. And I want to thank you for joining us. And I hope that you were as enthralled with this conversation as I am. And
yes.
And if there is a Black man in your life who you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below, or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and I'll take it from there. We are on our way to 100 answers by 100 different Black men, which I'm so excited about. I always say positive and successful. Success does not mean what a person does for a living. They could have three, how do you call it? A trifecta, three for, as Clayton is, as a professional musician and a professional educator and a professional chef. You could be an entrepreneur. You could be all of those things or not. We're really looking for the content of men's characters who are having positive impacts on the lives of the people around them, be it the nuclear family or the larger community and everything in between. We want to talk to those brothers and spread this narrative and change the narrative around this. And so in the meantime, please stay tuned next week for yet another amazing king. And please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And Clayton, thank you so much. That was really awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the platform too, the space, the area to just have the conversation about this.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, I'm gonna say it a lot. Thank you.